What up, my nerds? It is Thursday at noon. Well, 12:20. Hopefully y'all don't mind my tardiness. So I'm here to nerd out with y'all. So continuing on the theme this week, we're talking more about DMs. So don't forget to let me know if you are watching live or you're catching the replay. And I want to know, do you have a DM strategy for retaining your clients? Right? Not and again, right? So earlier this week we talked about selling in the DMs, and I want to clarify that you need to have a separate plan for sales as well as retention, right? Because just because you sold them on your product or service or your course doesn't mean that you're going to be able to retain them so that you can scale on to whatever your next offer is, make sure that they're able to understand exactly and actually execute and achieve the goal that they bought into, right? So when we're talking about retention with the DMs, again, happy birthday is not a strategy, right? How many times have you guys gotten overwhelmed with 1,000 posts and messages about your birthday? Did you read any half of them? No. So that is definitely not a strategy. I know. A lot of people think that happy birthday is a strategy. It's not. No one's paying attention to those. But having specific checkpoints, like where in your customer journey are points that you might have someone fall off. Making sure, and remember, we're focusing on the why this is important. So having the specific checkpoints that you're checking in with them on, are they getting are they able to access their account, right? You need to know that. Are they progressing in your course or your program? You need to know that, right? So having these different DMs that you can follow up with them and having it strategically planned out so that you know where they are, you know that they're progressing or not progressing, and can follow up and support them accordingly is crucial. Do you think it would be important to know, to check in with them and see how they're doing if they're not progressing, right? Or do you want to have to think about that on the fly? Having a plan of action on when you're going to DM, what you're going to DM, like if they're progressing, I want to send this message. If they're not progressing, I want to send this message. And having all of that clearly mapped out means that you know what to do. It reduces your decision fatigue so that you're able to show up as your best self versus having to think on the fly all the time. In addition, this is going to help you be able to grow your business because other people you'll be able to hire people to do this as well. Because if it's just you and you're the only one doing this, that's exhausting and that is not how you can grow your business. You need to have other people that are doing this with you, whether you're growing a team, building a team, hiring staff, hiring VAs, whatever it is, that is how you're going to be able to actually grow your business. Because if you're 100% dependent on you being the one person, one person show, that is really going to limit the amount that you can grow. So take a look at your program. Like if you're a course creator, if you have a product, a service, look and see in your offer, like what you're in your customer journey, where in the timeline for them onboarding, accessing the content, actually executing, where is that going to happen? Like what's a timeline and where are good points for you to check in with them? Now there's different things you could do, right? Like you could create automations around it. You could create them as manual tasks. And we can happily dive into all of that on what we do over at Nerdly. We do have a lot of that mapped out for you. But for everybody, I want you to really think about, if you were signing up for your program today, what are the types of check-ins that would be helpful to make sure that you comprehended the content and were able to execute? because that's what you need to put in place for your clients. They need to have that white glove holding your hand situation, because it's stressed. Everybody's dealing with stress, anxiety, like overwhelm. So even the smallest bits of your training could be overwhelming for your audience. So it's important that you remember to have these checkpoints in with them. And if you do want to have more info on retaining clients with DMs, comment #retention and we'll send that on out to you. So, and if you want to catch Tuesdays, we did a training on, you know, selling in the DMs. So the big difference between selling in the DMs and retaining in the DMs is retention is all about service and making sure they're able to actually comprehend your content and execute what it is you're training them on. In the sales side of it, you need to make sure that they understand what they're going to be able to do, and that they feel confident that they'll be able to achieve the goal that you're telling them about. All right. Wanted to keep today quick and easy, nice and simple. So if you want to learn more, comment retention, and I'll see you all next week. Later, nerds.